everybody, and welcome to another episode of Puck Witches, a vibes-based podcast where we yap about all things hockey. Today is December 12th, 2025. I'm your host, Champ, and this is my partner in crime, Saint. Saint, how you doing?
There are people who've been traded who've never been traded before in history.
Well, as always, we have a lot to discuss this episode, so let's jump right into it. Saint, we gotta talk about it.
Where do we even start?
I mean, nothing happened this week. It was actually a really boring week.
Yeah, it was the most boring Friday. I didn't get woken up on my day off to you calling me and 15 unread messages in 2 different group chats.
Damn, where do we start? I mean, I guess we start with the breaking news, which is in the last hour and a half, the Canucks have traded their captain, Quinn Hughes, to the Minnesota Wild. I didn't know that the Wild were even in the race.
They weren't. Like, it was all shit like Detroit, New Jersey. Allegedly, New Jersey put in significant offers and Canucks said no.
Which is wild. And then I saw Carolina was one of them because Carolina's always going to be there. And then it dropped that he's going to Minnesota Wild. And my God, people are like, oh, who fleeced this trade? Who fleeced this trade? I think right now the Wild won the trade in the immediate, and then maybe the Canucks won it in the long term.
Like, so here's the thing is you called me, right?
Yeah.
And you called me, and I'm like, why is Champ calling me again?
Yeah, because we don't call.
What the fuck?
We don't call. We'll get to the other story
text.
in a minute.
Yeah, we don't call. So you're calling me again. And I'm like, did something happen? She goes, they're trading Quinn Hughes. And I said, they're fucking not. And you're like, they are. And I said, for what? A king's ransom? And you said, I think so.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like a king's ransom, but only, here's the thing.
Marco Rossi, 2020 first round pick.
Zeev
Bunim, 2024 first round pick. And Liam Ogren, 2022 first round pick. I believe Ogren is the one that struggled the most.
And a pick.
And also, an unprotected 2026.
Unprotected 2026 first round pick. Unprotected. That's a king's ransom.
That's king's ransom.
That's your whole young core.
Yeah.
Right? Like most other than like Kaprizov. Like that's a lot of your your young guns. Like that's a lot of fucking players.
Yeah. And so like first of all, I was like, oh, the Canucks lost this because Quinn Hughes going immediately. But I just remembered they're at the very bottom. They are at the very bottom of the league right now. They are below Calgary now. Which makes me believe that they're full tanking, like, to get a young core. But once again, this is like the second or third captain that they've traded. And that's actual insanity. First of all, Quinn Hughes.
Who else did they trade?
Oh, I don't pay attention to the Canucks. Okay. I just know that they have traded
captains.
Trading captains
happens, yes. I guess, because apparently what happens is that they're just not usually trading captains in their prime.
Not in their prime. Oh my God! Like so the basis was he was not going to resign, and he's got 2 years left. He's not going to resign, and so I think that they made the right decision to go ahead and just switch. But like. Yikes! Like, how do you fumble a generational player like that? He is a generational player. He is still, he and Cale Makar. Cale Makar is, I have my own opinions on him. Quinn Hughes, I think, is the best defenseman in the league right now.
Best offensive defenseman.
Yeah.
And, like, hands down. I think you can make arguments over who might be a better defensive defenseman when they're healthy, but, like, objectively.
It's just insanity to me. So now, Minnesota's defensive group. Allegedly looks like this, according to Big Head Hockey. Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber, yikes. Brodin and Spurgeon, yikes. Middleton and Bogosian. Okay. That's an insane decor. And then they also have Kaprizov.
Well, and here's the thing. This is not the Minnesota Wild of last year, okay? This is the Minnesota Wild that has been, like, taking on the top teams in the league and thrashing them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, they're... if they don't choke immediately in playoffs, they're legitimate cup contention. I don't know about that now. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, yes, your defense is fantastic, but goddamn, I'm looking at these stat cards And I know they're younger, so they don't actually have full stat cards. I think Rossi, Marco Rossi is like Rossi? Not great on the power play, but nobody's great on the power play. 31% is not terrible. Good defense, good offense, like 73% second liner. He's only 24.
Is
He's a
that Faber?
center. Only a no, Rossi.
Oh, yeah.
Like these are really, and he's only gonna get better,
Yeah.
right? Like because he's 25, you're or 24, you're getting him into drafted as a playmaker. He used his sense of nose for the net to become a versatile utility player. Lack of size and average speed have maybe limited his upsides, one of the league's smaller centers. But as other players will tell you, smaller centers are really fucking hard to play against
Mhm.
if they have good lower body, aka Sidney Crosby. He's a big dude,
Yeah.
but a little smaller compared to like, a 6'2 guy or a 6'4 guy. He's actually harder to play against because you can't get the fucking puck from him. So I don't necessarily see that as the worst thing. Then looking at Quinn Hughes' card is just like it's so funny. He's a defenseman and they don't put him on the penalty kill. They put him on the power play
Yeah.
because he's an offensive
He's
defenseman.
he's our Bouchard, but times 10.
Like this stat card is just absolutely fucking wild. I think you are correct in that like this is one of those trades where it's like it could go any way and maybe they both won. Like if the Canucks who very famously have fantastic development and locker room culture
Yeah.
and management can handle these young players, that might be good for them in the future because they're
Yes.
still young enough that like you have, but like, are these players? How long? These players, I don't know if they're gonna want to stay there. Like they've only got a few years on them, so
And
it's
Quinn
like
Hughes has technically 2 years left, not even.
he's a loader. That's what makes this crazy, and that's what makes me think it's a cup run push. Is like, listen, we'll try to sign you, but we're going for a fucking cup. You're not winning a cup with the Canucks. Come with us. We're
Mhm.
we're we're winning a cup this year. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe
And
that
they
I
might be
get.
right
They might be right. Like they really might be. Like
because
I
they have
don't.
Kaprizov, who the highest paid player in the NHL. Then they have Hughes, and then they have Wallstedt, who is just insanity. And then like I'm looking at the big head hockey still, and the forward defenseman goalie trios. Okay, you ready? I need you to rank these: McKinnon, McCarr, Wedgwood, McDavid, Bouchard, Jari, Rantanen, Heiskanen, Ottinger, Kaprizov, Hughes, and Wallstedt. Who is the number one on that list?
Damn.
Right. I think it's gotta be either Nate Mack with Wedgwood and McCarr or Kaprizov, Hughes, and Wallstedt.
See, and I'm thinking Dallas, Rantanen,
Dallas is
and
scary.
Dallas is, I think, like just so consistent, and like they filled in a lot of the pieces that they were missing.
Mhm.
I don't, and they've got such a. If it goes Colorado versus Stars, I think this. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no
The
clue.
Stars might
The
take it. I
Central
don't know.
Division just, like, exploded.
Yeah, where it's like, who the fuck knows? And I mean, like, that's not a bad thing, but like, god damn,
I
like,
know.
uh,
I
I
am
really, I really don't
genuinely
know.
shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. We had and on our list for the Puckwitches, discussion today, quite literally was, I went through and did all of these notes last night of all of the investigation into where Quinn Hughes might be going, and it was all nice and pretty, and then it was ruined 30 minutes before I could film this. And so but this time last year, I think Rantanen was January, and it was also a Friday night blockbuster. And that was to Carolina. That one was insane. This one might top it.
Again, people have been being traded that have never been traded before. Like, it's just absolutely fucking wild to me, like, what trades are happening. It's also, as a Pens fan, a little scary because a lot of the UFAs are pretty much untouchable.
Yeah.
Like that they're guaranteed to reset. There's not a lot of good UFAs out there. That is my one big concern with the Pens plan. But like for this trade specifically, I really don't know. I think if Minnesota, if he resigns with Minnesota, is this worth it? Or I guess, but if he doesn't resign,
Like,
that's pretty because that's my thing, right? Is you're essentially trading 3 young guns and an unprotected first round pick for 2 playoff chances.
yes.
That's what you have just made the call
Which you
on.
could argue is what Connor's
Of all
doing.
years, yeah, and of all years, I feel like that's the play to make. Like Yeah, and I mean, he's American too, so, like, he might like, working in America. I don't think it helps that, like, he's not really gonna play his brothers more, like, he won't he's in Minnesota, he's not. But
That's also crazy, is the fact that all of these people took the time off to go to Hughes Bowl, which is this weekend,
yeah,
and
yeah,
now there's no Hughes in Hughes Bowl. They're going to the Luke show
yeah, yeah.
because Jack is out.
Jack Hughes is out, and the only one he's the last Hughes standing for Hughes Bowl.
Last
I
Hughes
I just
standing.
I just can't picture him in the Minnesota jersey. You sent me that photoshopped picture, and it's sort of like the first time we saw Marshy being photoshopped into a Panthers, and it still, to me, to this day, looks wrong.
Yeah,
Like, I've accepted it, and I can handle it in the white jersey more, but, like, Quinn Hughes not being in blue is just wild.
yeah.
For the Canucks, if they can manage these players, or do you think they're so far in the tank that they flip some of these? Because I can see someone like Kyle DeBoss, who has a good trade history with the Canucks,
Mm,
taking one of these kids out and being like, "Hey, we'll give you one of our defensemen,"
yeah.
or like, "Hey, we'll give you one of our
Maybe, but
or
I
one of our
right
picks,"
now.
because they've given up a lot of fucking picks.
Right
So
now, I can see. Oh, that's a good point. Right now, I think the Canucks are trying to tank because they are at the bottom of the league. To get to Gavin McKenna. That is my gut instinct. I will lose it if it happens, but that's what I'm seeing. Like that's in my brain. That's how I'm seeing this play out. Does that mean that they tank, and then also like completely flip their players that they just acquired? Maybe, but remember the JT Miller trade was also random night, and then they flipped. The Canucks got Doc and Dragon, and then JT Miller went to the Rangers, and Kyle DeBoss got a bunch of picks that he then like immediately fleeced for, and so that would be impressive. Are they all wingers? Do you know if they're all wingers?
no, one of them was the center. Hold on, I had this pulled up, and then I
Rossi.
gotta. Rossi's a center.
Uh,
Buem is. I truly shows that I don't know shit. Oh, he is defenseman,
okay.
and then Ogren is. This just shows how much I don't pay attention to the Central Division. A left winger.
So
So not bad. You've got some
not bad.
versatility.
Yeah.
I just think you have to, like, no matter what the return is for the Canucks, you have to accept the failure of getting your captain in his prime.
26.
Quinn Hughes is only 26.
He's
Is
only
that what you're saying?
26.
And he's one of the best defensemen. He's probably gonna be
He's
one
an
of the
S tier
best
defenseman.
defensemen. Yeah, he's a true generational defenseman. Like,
And you
how
fumbled
bad
him.
did you fumbled him? How did you do that? You forgot to cherish him.
Mm.
Like, oh man,
And
I'm
this
like
comes
literally
after
in shock.
yeah.
Like, in
This comes
shock.
after like the insanity that was last year. We knew that there was some bad blood in the Canucks locker room this time last year. I think it was this time last year where JT Miller and Elias Pettersson were fighting and the GM couldn't shut up about them fighting. So everybody in the media knew they were fighting, which is not what you want your GM to do. And then over the summer, the GM like couldn't get a hold of Quinn Hughes, and then they hung Brock Besser out to dry, who I guess is going to be their next captain. If it's not him, that's wild. It's just the Canucks locker room, and I say this as somebody who does not like the Canucks, is not a good organization, and so it's kind of painful that these very young players are headed to the Canucks, and I don't think it's going to be as successful as people are thinking.
That's my, and I don't say fear, but it is always painful when you have players who are super, super talented, being wasted in their primes.
Mm.
I don't necessarily mean they're not winning a cup, but I think anything short of like being
Playoffs.
in playoffs is like, so for the Canucks to not make the playoffs this year and last year is like probably why he wanted out, because he doesn't see a path forward for this. And honestly, if I recall in recent memories, the Canucks GM has not made the greatest moves.
No.
So like it's just one of those, how do you where do you start when the ship is sinking? You know what I mean? Like we learned a lot about disasters, right? We relate everything to like disaster. There's a chain of negligence and like a chain of issues that causes disasters.
Mm-hmm.
It's never one thing unless it's a fluke incident. There's always like 5 different things that have to happen before the explosion, right? Like So, and that's how I feel like this trade is. Like, this was not, oh man, they fumbled him. It's like, no, they fumbled about like 15 things,
Yeah.
and the captain was just like, bye. Like, for him to give up being their star franchise player, their captain, being a lifer, and he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Honestly, good for
Like,
Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, you have gone up in my standing. I'm pretty sure I said Quinn Hughes as my number one, my sportsmanlike conduct for the Canucks. When I said the sportsmanlike conduct, he's the only thing I have. And now that's gone. So great
Yep.
going.
like they have my Penguins players that they traded with,
Yep.
but like that's about it. Like,
He will debut Sunday against the Boston Bruins, not
yes,
Saturday.
he's
in
not
Ottawa.
Saturday.
Honestly,
which is funny because
yeah.
that's when he would have been in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Oh man, so funny, so
Man.
funny. Oh yes, as I pointed out, has anyone checked on Elias Pettersson? Is he out? Like, is he like, get me off this fucking team? Because like, wasn't that his
That's
blood?
another, if that happens, then you're done. Like, that's a core rebuild, complete rebuild. Jake DeBrusk, you could come to Edmonton. We have your dad. Can you come home? Like, he would be good on
Marcus Pettersson, come back to the Penguins. I need a defensive defenseman.
Well, speaking of defenseman.
Did I not say? I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
It was
when
2
we were
weeks
talking
ago.
about. It was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, Kulak is the only asset that I would have expected from a trade, because my original theory. So
what trade? What trade are you talking about?
What trade? Yeah, Chip. I don't know what trade could have fucking happened this morning at like 11 in the morning.
All right. So, for those of you who are unaware, I don't know how you would have missed it in all of this trade news. Stuart Skinner, the Edmonton Oilers goalie, was traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins, as well as Brett Kulak, and a 2029 pick. And Edmonton got Jari, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now,
you got Sam Poulin. You got Sam Poulin.
Sam Poulin. Got no evidence of how that'll go. So that's wild. And this morning, there's been talk about this trade happening for a while. I thought it was still going to be Pickard. Like, that is who I thought was going to Pittsburgh. And then they would flip him.
I think I had said this last time. I assumed we would get Kulak, and I figured we'd take a salary retention as a favor, and then in return get a pick or someone else in a 3-way trade. That was my original thought. I think this is a smart move.
I agree. Let me give you the rundown, because we have not talked really today. We have, but we haven't.
No, we have, but we haven't. It's been so busy today. But
let me recount. Let me paint the picture for you, okay? It's 9:45 in the morning. I have a meeting at my real person job at 10 a.m. And all of a sudden, Elliot fucking Friedman, who I have on alert because I, need to know.
Because this happens.
Tweets, breaking, big news out of Edmonton, and I went, uh-oh. And, that was the only thing that came across my, tweet, the banner in the tweet, and so I opened Twitter, and I'm looking, there's Jari going to Edmonton, and that was the only thing he said in the tweet, and I'll put the tweet up right here. And I'm like, huh? What? It's actually happening? It's actually happening. Oh my god, who did we trade? What is happening? How are this is happening? You were asleep, and I
was, because it's my sleep-in day. Right. I don't work until the afternoon,
so
I
get up. I pace around my office. Again, meeting at 10 a.m., pace around my office going, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And my coworker who listens to this podcast and is a Capitals fan goes, you good? And I'm like, no. And he goes, what's wrong? And I said, I think I'm about to be murdered. Now I can finally tell you why I have been hiding something. And it will be a 10-minute misconduct as well.
What did you do? Because I know, all right? There's been a thing, the sword of Damocles hanging over my head for, weeks now, that you've done something, and other people in our friend group know, and everybody has somehow kept their mouth shut and not narked to me.
I hired a Etsy witch.
Did you do this to me? Is it you? Is that why? What did you do? What did you do? You raging psychopath! What have you done?
I hired an Etsy witch, and I said, quote, please turn season around, aka get a goalie. That next the next day is when the Jari conversation started happening.
You literally did this.
So,
Can you tell me the Etsy witch? Because I need to get the Penguins to stop being injured.
yeah, I'll tell you the Nancy Witch later. So this happened,
I
and
can't fucking believe you. You could have given me like 50 guesses and I would never have guessed Etsy witch. I did because it's not in the realm of like it's one of those things that we joke about,
Yep.
but it's not a thing we do. I guess you were really desperate, and this also is so funny because hasn't they turned their season around since you?
They have done the impossible. They have turned their season around. They only had, I think the Dallas blowout was the next week, but then it was like, okay, we're back. That was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was back, and so was Zach Hyman. So and what the funniest part was, it was 7 to 10 days to get it to work, and I did it the day after Thanksgiving. So here we are. So yeah, I hired an Etsy witch. So I look at my coworker and I said, Saint's going to kill me. And he goes, why? And so I tell him, and he starts hysterically laughing. And so I sit back down. It is now like 9:50. All of the details are coming in about this Jari trade. And I'm like, I can't freak out about this without her. Like, I need to talk to her, because it's, as I was seeing the Jari from Pittsburgh trade, I was like, so they're getting something back. I have to call her. And then it pops up from Pierre LeBrun, who you guys are getting. You're getting Stu, which went, what? And then you were getting Kulak, which is it is a great move. And then a pick. And so I was like, I'm going to have to call her. I'm going to have to risk my own life to wake her up, to let her know that her goalie is being traded for my goalie. So I call you. And again, we do not call. Like, this is not something that is normal. You answered like somebody had died. And I was like,
I was dead asleep. This was not, because usually I like am those kind of on my mornings off. I'm like a meandering, like, maybe I'll wake up and like just kind of just lay in bed and bed rot for a little bit. No, I was like dead asleep and my phone's going off. And in my life, which is, as my family has said, we are a survival family. Right. We don't live, we survive.
Right.
And so 99% of the time when a phone call is happening, I need to either be in business mode or get shit done mode.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I see Champ and I'm like, well, there's two options here. Three. There's one, something has happened and she needs me right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
Which, correct.
Yep.
Two, something hockey related has happened, but that was not in my tier list. 3, something has happened to someone else that I need to go fix and she's not close enough.
Right.
Like or like a problem has happened. So I'm immediately in problem, and then you're like, what did you even say?
You answer very serious. And again, this phone call never happens unless we're like going to actually see each other in person.
The last time we called each other was like 2021.
Yeah.
Like for Dream SMP.
Which explains so much. So I answer. I think I said they're trading Jari to Edmonton, and you went, no, they're fucking not. For what?
Yeah, I did.
And I said, for Stu and Kulak, and you went, what? And I said, I need you to be awake.
Yeah, you were like, I need you to be awake, and I was like,
well, now I am.
Lock the fuck in. Like, what?
6 minutes of us going, what is happening? And again, it was just, and then I had to go to my meeting. Like, I had to go to my meeting.
You hung up on me. You woke me up, and then you hung up on me.
I had to go to my meeting.
You're like, you're like whispering, because I know you're at the office,
mm-hmm.
and you're like whispering at me, and I'm like, she's at work, and then you're like, I'm supposed to be in a meeting, and I was like, hang up the fucking phone.
Like, so yeah, that was the situation.
Which is so funny because we've talked about this potentially happening before, both this trade and just, man, the Oilers and the Penguins don't do a lot of trading. We've traded before, but not like a ton of trading, especially in like recent years with Bowman being the new GM, and then DeBoss has only been GM for a few years. And so usually it's like us crashing out like independently. we're crashing out. There's like layers to this crash
Yes.
out because it's like the Oilers are your number one.
Yes.
The Pens are my number one. But
Yes.
we both love the other team. So it's like
Correct.
I'm trying to like look at it from both sides, but as the Penguins are my team,
Mhm.
I don't think this is a fleece. Everyone's saying this is a fleece.
I think it's
This
a
is
very, very, like, solid lateral trade
it's high risk, high reward
for me.
for the Oilers.
Yes.
Yes, for the Oilers, this is high risk, high reward. For the Penguins, this is low risk, medium reward.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that.
honestly, it might even be low risk, high reward,
I
depending on how that pick goes. Like,
depending on how the pick goes, and also Stu. So, uh, we've had
Stu got
conversation.
the
Yeah,
Oilers through the playoffs,
he
to the
did.
Stanley Cup Finals. Like, does he have the greatest Stanley Cup Final track record?
No,
No, or not even the playoffs. But Jari has never won a playoff
I'm
series.
aware.
So, like,
So I do think that this is a very like solid lateral movement because I think both goalies needed a change. You know, I think that they needed a shakeup. Jari hit his low in with the Islander series and never
yep.
recovered. Like the fans at least had turned their back on him. And we've had the conversation several times of Stu has lost the locker room. Pickard
Oh,
hasn't, but he's not a better
it,
goalie.
interruption. The last Pittsburgh trade with Edmonton was 2019 in June. John Marino to Pittsburgh in exchange for a 2021
Okay.
sixth round draft pick. So it has been a while. For some reason, I thought we had done like some like Condors Bakersfield
I get
versus like
it,
the
it
Wilkes-Barre
feels like we
Penguins.
should
Like,
have.
yeah, like I mean, and it's funny because in opposite contention as to why on the Oilers half, right? Everybody's like, you had all these other goalies. They list shit like Artie, right?
Who's
Artur
not getting
Love.
traded.
The Canucks literally said they wouldn't do it.
Mhm.
They refused to trade with the Oilers, and I don't blame them. That's a divisional rival. Like you're not gonna fucking do that to your like a major rival. Spencer Knight. I'm sorry, the Panthers had just beaten us in the Stanley Cup Finals. They're not gonna give a good goalie
Yes.
to the people that they believe to the team that they think is probably gonna beat him in the playoffs again. Like you
The
just
only one that I can actually see was Bussy, who was on waivers.
uh-huh.
Both of the Wood brothers in the Colorado, and Leon, which that might still be an option. They have talked right now. There's rumors going around that as much as the locker room loves Calvin Pickard, they might not be done with the trade like playoff or like the playing around. And Buffalo might get Pickard. I think if that happens, then that's Pickard is out of the NHL altogether, which is sad because I love Picks, but he is the lowest goalie in the league. And we need a confident goaltender. As much as I love the whimsy of a locker room, and I know that this is so controversial because when we first started watching hockey, we're like, the only thing that matters is whimsy. That only gets you so far, as we saw in the 2023-2024 Cup run. I think that at some point you gotta say bye. It's the same thing with some point you gotta say bye to Darnell Nurse. He could be your friend all you want. They traded Cece. Like,
Yeah, like, and we've talked about it of like you just can't. You have to be willing to make the hard moves. Do you want to be friends or do you want to win?
yep.
Like, I was actually shocked. I'm not gonna lie because Dubas isn't stupid, right? Like he isn't. I not say Kulak.
You
I
did
was
say
like
Kulak.
Kulak.
No, Kulak was
I
the
feel
only
like
one we like.
we were willing to do because we felt like he'd been kind of floundering. After Four Nations, his performance has been kind of suffering. I don't
He's
know
a
if he's
very solid playoff
defensive
player.
defenseman.
He's a very
Yeah.
solid defensive defenseman. He's been stuck with Nurse the entire time.
He's also which is why I don't worry about the trade as much as, like, other people have been saying. Like, people are saying that we won the trade no matter what, but a lot of people were worried about Kulak as a defenseman for the now. I think under the new system first of all, he's an Iron Man, right? Like, so
Mm.
here's hoping that he does not absorb any of this Penguins curse of injuries. Like, he plays so many games. Having somebody who's healthy, who's there every game, and who's a very steady player, someone who's actually defensively minded as opposed to
Yes.
being an offensive defenseman like Carlson. And I love Carlson, don't get me wrong. But like him as like our third pairing would be fan fucking tastic. I'm just mad that right now immigration issues. I mean, he might not be playing for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Which could probably inhibit his performance overall too, because if he doesn't play for a couple weeks, you know how players are. Like everybody, I've never seen a team that comes back from a break better. They all act like they've never been on the ice before. I don't know what it is.
You're right. You're right.
It's every team. Like, I've never seen a team come back from like a weird, 4-day game, 3 days off break and come back and play well. They just all fucking flounder. They might win, but they don't play well. So yeah, immigration issues are saying that Kulak, because he's a Canadian and he's never actually worked for the United States, as in like getting a visa to work and live in the United States. He's only ever traveled to play hockey, which is not the same thing. Because even when he played, because he played for other teams, it was only ever Canadians, I believe.
Oh, yes,
So
because he was a senator, wasn't he?
Flame?
He wasn't a Flame. Brett Kulak.
Yeah,
He was a Flame.
2014.
Hello?
I'm always brain.
I thought he was a Canadian. That's the one I'm thinking.
He was drafted by the Flames and then went to the Habs and then to us. Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense. Because I was like, I know it's all Canadians. That I didn't think it was Ottawa. The other thing you guys have to be concerned about. Well, okay, how about this? I love Jari as somebody who loves players.
Mm.
I loved his sexy black goalie pads. I
Mhm.
loved his puck handling abilities, aka the goalie goal. I loved that he just took no shit from Brad Marchand. Like, he had, how there's
Yes.
players like I loved that there are players that he fucking hates. Like, he hates
Kucherov. Oh my god.
and Zegras. Like, he just fucking
Me too.
hates these players. Me too. Like, he hates these guys and he refused to let them score on it. And if they did, he took it so fucking personal. And like, that was so fun to watch. I am gonna say I think you guys have January Jari incoming. I'm hoping not. I genuinely hope he does well with the Oilers. I think it would be
Maybe he misses. Maybe he misses it because he gets traded.
yeah, like, I don't just I'm just happy that it's to a team that I like.
Yeah.
It's a lateral move in both ways. Stu has been overall healthier, I think, than Jari, and he's a little younger.
He's only had the concussion, I think.
But you guys are locked in for like basically Connor's
2
extension.
years. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like all right, we get him or we don't. Thank you for not trading for Nurse, but
you suck.
Sorry.
I do think that this
wouldn't
is. I do think that they do get rid of Pickard. That's my profit.
Really? You think they bring
movement.
up Ingram?
Is
Is Ingram good?
He's still getting back to the swing of things. You know what I mean? So I think that they trade something for Pickard or they send him down and trade Ingram. Would not be shocked if a trade with Buffalo is coming, and I would not be disappointed if it was for Leon. I've also heard, what's the other one? Who's the other goalie that they've been talking about? Brossoit? Again, he's not been in the league for a while. I think he had injuries, and then I think he's Chicago. And there's like a 65% chance that he becomes an Edmonton Oiler. And I don't think I would hate it. I think that we need a younger goalie who maybe not be proven. We need a 1A. We need a 1 and a 1A. We have a 1 and a 2 right now. I don't know. I'm hoping that the shakeup, the change of location is enough to maybe spark some life back into these two goalies who were kind of the not the backbone, but the target for a lot of fans. And we go from there. And if not, then that's it. Like, that's what the game is. Like, but crazy that this happened today, and even crazier that it also happened with the Quinn Hughes trade.
It's so funny because like this was going to be our main topic
of the night.
Like,
yep,
it was going to be the main topic, and we, like you said, we had to completely redo everything that we had, which happens in the podcast. Like, it just sometimes shit happens and we have to change gears.
Yeah,
but like to then have the Quinn Hughes thing happen literally as you are like finishing up with the thing that you were doing on your way to record the podcast.
Yep.
And you're like, I need you to go make notes in the document because I won't have time to do it before I get home. Like, just
insanity.
So I think the other thing is I'm just in shock. Like, I was around in shock all fucking day. Just wandering.
I did tell you that I told my father, man, this feels like when I bought my wedding dress. Which is crazy. And I say that because as soon as it happened, I was so excited to get my wedding dress. I was so excited for a change. I get my wedding dress and immediately have like, oh, was this the right decision? That's exactly what it felt like today. I'm feeling better. I got better as the day went on. For like 2-3 hours, I was like, this does not feel good.
Yeah, like I'm hoping. I feel like it. Jesus, man. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm really genuinely hoping that this goes well for both teams. Like, because I am an Oilers girly too. I really hope that, like, Kulak fits in well with our defense. I'm not worried if Stu doesn't do well, other than I really enjoy Stu as a person,
Mhm.
and his personality. I think I think the Pens are an organization that, if you have good vibes, you'll be fine,
Yeah.
because they're a good vibes people, like, that's just kind of like, and you get to play with, Sid Crosby and, like,
Yeah.
EK and Gino
And
when he's not
honestly, we've
broken,
talked
like
about this before, is that Stu got screwed by the Campbell trade. He was never supposed to be a starter goalie.
No, and my thing is I'm a little jarred thrown to the wolves with the Edmonton media because he's kind of the definition of, "Yes, girl, give us nothing,"
Mhm.
or he just spills. So, like, I'm a little worried about him with the Edmonton media, but because he's a homeboy,
Yeah.
I'm
He's an oil
hoping
king.
that, like, maybe this will actually focus the, bullshit and they can, like, start talking about the actual issues on the Oilers.
Hmm.
Not to say that Stewart wasn't an issue on
I
the
do think
Oilers,
that they
but,
just
like, he
lost the
wasn't.
room. I think he lost the room, and then they were like, "We
Yeah,
have to make one change just to
that's why
spark
just
something. Hey, we are doing something." But
yeah, like, I think it is incredibly lateral,
I agree.
in that he Jari has injuries history,
And no playoff experience.
minimal playoff no
Minimal.
winning playoff
Mm.
experience, has not played playoffs in a while. He has, I think, the ability for a high, like, when he's locked in, he is locked the fuck in. He's
Yes.
also very good on the PK,
Mm.
and I kinda hope that will help out with the Oilers a little bit with, not exhausting everyone with crazy minutes on the PK.
Mhm. I also
And
think
I'm hoping Kulak being good on the PK for the Penguins is good because now we've lost Jari's skill in the PK, and sometimes he would save the fuck out of us on that PK, I'm
yes.
not gonna
I
lie.
will also say that we have a better defense in front of the net than the Penguins currently do. Not to say that you don't have incredible pieces. It's just
It's like when Parker Wotherspoon and EK are on the ice, right? Like, they're
safe.
fantastic. It's just, reliable. Like,
Yeah.
I worry Stu's probably also used to the craziness. Here's the thing, again, thank you for giving us Kulak, not Nurse, because
That Etsy witch
Kulak
did
is
nothing.
Kulak is reliable, right?
Yes.
Whether he's great is not necessarily my argument. We need someone who is solid, who can help when the Pens are scrambling defensively.
Mhm.
We have a little too many defensive pieces that are just not, they're just passengers, right? And so
Yeah.
having Kulak come in whenever he's able I really just hope he does well here. I think
I do
he would
too.
be a really
I loved Kulak was, like, also one of your favorite players on the Oilers.
he was literally one of the last ones of,
Yeah.
like, our cup runs, like, our back-to-back like,
Yeah.
the Stanley
There
Cup
are
Finals
8 players left.
from the back-to-back cup,
Yeah.
final runs. Like,
Mhm.
it's just so painful, and so, like, for him to go to the Pens, I was, because we knew he was getting traded from the
Yeah.
Oilers, we knew that. I I was not really prepared to lose him to a team I didn't like.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I was like, "We've lost so many people that I like." I was like, "Please come to the Pens, please," and he did, so maybe I made this happen a little bit too.
Man, this has been, like, 35 minutes of just complete and utter rambling.
It's because it just, like, no usually, like, last week, guys, we had everything bulleted out of, like, the points that
It
we
was
wanted
so
to hit.
pretty.
I had talked about, like, and this time I was like, "I'll get up and I'll talk about, like, all the Jari stuff, like, so that you guys we can compare his stats, we'll look at his history, we'll let and then the Quinn Hughes trade happened, and we were like, "Alright, just fuck it. You don't have to listen to this rant. If you don't like it, just skip to the next part of the episode that we actually have planned out."
Alright, well, Saint, do we have a sponsor today?
We do have a sponsor today. Today's sponsor is Saint Astra, a Twitch streamer, cosplayer, and artist. You can support her by purchasing Etsy or subscribing on twitch.tv/Saint Astra. Use your free Prime sub and get access to awesome emotes. Saint Astra's Etsy also sells a variety of jewelry, decorations, and trinkets. Everything is handmade and crafted with the perfect balance of love and spite. All proceeds go directly to the Saint Astra hockey-related DIY fund.
Alright, let's turn to our one-timer topic of the week, where we take one shot at the biggest story of the week. It's
Not the
definitely
biggest
one
this
of them.
week.
This week's story is, once again, major injuries are back I don't know if you saw the Logan Cooley injury. Logan Cooley on the Utah Mammoth.
It was pretty fucking rough.
He still played, didn't he, for the rest of the night? And I was
I
like,
feel like he did.
damn.
And
Like,
then it was
again,
like,
hockey players built different.
the adrenaline is a hell of a drug.
He went into the net and then like his left leg crashed into the post and it looked nasty. Like it was like, ooh, surprised that you are not
hobbling off the ice in agony like Sid did, and then was
yeah.
like, I'm fine.
He's out for at least 8 weeks, and that's interesting for the Mammoth. Because he was the one that got the triple hat trick, or not triple hat trick, the hat trick in like 15 minutes a couple weeks ago. Like he's a really important player on their team.
He's been doing fantastic.
He's been doing incredible. So this sucks. They didn't say what it was. It was lower body. Obviously it was a leg injury. And then we also have Victor Hedman, who came back from an injury and then immediately went out again. 2 days later, he aggravated the injury after he just came back. He's out now till February. He had to have surgery on his elbow.
Ooh,
so
owie.
that's not great. I don't know what he did. It's just one of those things where, once again, it is the most injury prone season, it feels like. It could be that we're just paying more attention to it. And then we had some major players come back. Do you want to talk about that?
Rax is back!
Yay!
Not playing. I can't remember. They keep going back and forth because, like, during the official like interview practice, it was like, "Are you playing?" And he's like, "Maybe."
Like, I did see that. That was great. He broke his hand, didn't he?
He straight up broke his fucking hand.
He took a puck to the hand.
Yeah. Pucks, people on the Penguins. Yep. Penguins are cursed, like literally cursed.
You should hire an Etsy witch.
Thanks for that. I fucking will. I'm not even kidding. Everybody who's been purchasing from my Etsy this month, thank you. It normally would go to like hockey shenanigans and things for the podcast. It will probably be going to this Etsy witch.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
But so like, yeah, Rax is back. As we just lost Gino, I'm really, really hoping. They did say, because we were saying he is someone who can play center. Do we put him on second line as center to replace Gino until Gino's back? Which concerned me because it means they don't think Gino will be back anytime soon.
He's
week
to week.
And the other thing is that they seem to think so. Like they think they're gonna like have him come back to winger, and then go take it where they can. I believe also Jack St. Ivany might be coming back soon, because he's been on injured reserve for a while. Which is what we were talking about with like different players of like what are they gonna do defensively? Like Dumbo was just placed on waivers. I don't know if he's cleared yet.
He will clear tomorrow at 2.
Okay, tomorrow
or
too.
Be
If he
traded.
clears, if he clears, he's going to Wilkes Barre Grant Penguins. That DeBoss just straight up said that. He's like, we don't want to lose him, but it's for roster management purposes.
Well, that was because they needed to get rid of a defenseman because here comes Kulak.
We've got Kulak, which is again funny because he's not going to be playing for a week probably. It could be even longer because of how fucked up the United States government is right now. With like, anyways, so. Rax, in general. So Rax is back. I'm so fucking excited. I hope that brings in some like life to the Pens overall. I'm also kind of hoping like it does suck because Jari he did not play well the other night. He didn't play bad, but he didn't play like super crazy well. Yeah, against the Hobbs.
Y'all got a loss from his last time as a Pen.
Yeah, so did Quinn Hughes. They lost Sabres.
Well, that's
It is also that they had. I know we're still talking about this fucking trade. Apparently, the players aware because this talk has been happening for like since summer,
and Quinn basically
Hughes? For the Oilers. And Pens.
For the Oilers, yeah. And then Jari already has his pads.
He has his pads. So I had a feeling that it was. They said basically. I imagine it was Jari wanted a fresh start, and
so did Stu.
And so did Stu, which is crazy because it wasn't even like a month ago when like the Pens fans were chanting Jari like multiple times, just because he's been making some incredible saves. But that's what he does, where he makes these incredible starts to the season and then falls off for a couple months and then comes back.
Great.
Anyways, Charlie McAvoy is back.
Yes,
he's back.
Like he's back.
How?
I don't know.
Because So he took that puck to the face, and I went, "Oh my fucking god, how is he okay?" Because I'm thinking like Sid Crosby, fractured jaw, like broken face,
Yeah. And he
and
did
that's what
fracture
they
his jaw.
said. They
So,
did. It was a linear fracture.
so he played his first game since November 15th. Yesterday, Thursday.
Oh, in the
Um,
win?
yeah,
I didn't know he played yesterday because we were watching the Pens and the Oilers.
yeah,
I did not realize that they had.
yeah. He won,
Oh
or he was part of
Jesus.
the win. He took a slap shot from Noah Dobson on the Canadians and fucked up his face, and we immediately saw that it went mm.
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
Mm-mm.
there's pucks when they hit it, and you're like, oh, that's a little cut, maybe like a hairline
Yeah.
fracture or something like that. When he got hit, we went, oh fuck, he's out for a
Mhm.
bit. Like,
Like,
it
they
was
were
a
not worried
bad
they were
one.
worried he was not going to be able to go, like, fly home,
Yeah, like that's
because
what
his
I
face. And this is also after Charlie McAvoy had a shit time
almost
last.
died of blood poisoning.
Yeah,
Like,
so he had lost, I mean, he lost 20 pounds because he was on a liquid diet, and there was a conversation of him not being able to play in the Olympics because he was supposed to be back mid-January. And he basically was like, actually, no, I am Charlie McAvoy and I'm going to be back on the ice. And he's back. He got an assist. He got an assist. Like, Charlie, you should be the next captain of the Boston Bruins. I'm just saying.
mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
glad for him. He deserves it. He's a freaking warrior.
Yeah, I mean, and he was so funny. Was it? I feel like it was like we don't have to talk about it, but like I feel like it is him. But one of the Bruins was like, my wife is a better fucking hockey player than me. Like
Yeah.
she pushed me. We grew up. I feel like it is them because they grew up playing hockey together.
Probably. Honestly, knowing
Yeah,
and
it might
knowing
have
her
been.
dad, like,
Yeah, that would make sense. He's like, I could probably beat her now, but he said she's a better skater than me. So I think
aw.
it is him. I could be wrong. Like I said, it was one of the Bruins. I didn't save the post, and I should have.
But yeah,
Anyways,
congratulations to him. He fought back. He deserves to, like,
he like lost 20 pounds
yeah.
and because he couldn't eat solids. And like for people who've never had like a broken jaw, I cannot express to you that you
Can't do
physically as a human
anything.
being cannot just eat 5 milkshakes a day and survive. You'll throw up. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, as like a certified badass, I can't do it. Like, I have like we get Rusty shakes, right? Every time Rusty scores, we get a milkshake.
Yep.
I got my milkshake today and I was like, wow, this is delicious. And on the last like
Sip.
fourth of it, like the last fourth of it, I go, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna eat it, but like it's so rich. Like, you just can't. Like, there's savory food does not really go in like a milkshake consistency. There's nothing.
Mhm.
He's probably
he
just
did not like it. He was like, "Do not do it."
yeah, do not do it. I mean, I imagine the only thing is like when I had my surgery, the only thing that I could eat, and this is fucking elite, by the way, verified by people on Twitter that also had surgeries that I was talking to, mashed potatoes with lots of butter and scrambled eggs, like soft style scrambled eggs.
Interesting.
Fucking delicious. Okay. Like that's all I ate for like a week until like it was like mashed potatoes and eggs with a lot of butter. I couldn't even do like ketchup because it was too like acidic. But yeah, like I'm hoping he puts some weight back on because I'm just trying to picture like if I'm hoping he's back to solid foods because
I don't
Jesus
think
Christ,
he is.
how do you play though? Like
You turn up a lot of spaghetti.
are they because they do some weird shit to get these
Yeah.
guys to play hockey? Does he have like a fucking intravenous like when you stick it up your nose and like it goes on the back of your throat to get like they do for people who can't eat? Like
Oh,
it sucks,
no.
but like that's what you have to do. Like if he lost 20 pounds, like that's not a ton for a guy his size, but like if he kept like how many calories do these guys burn? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that there's a reason they're all eating a fucking mountain of pasta before they fucking go out and play. Like that was resting. He lost 20 pounds. Healing takes a lot of energy out of your body. Like, I don't know. I just hope that the very famously safe, sane, and consensual NHL medical teams that are working with him just don't fuck him up. of the Bruins.
Yeah. Saint, I know you saw it. What do you think about the new Winter Classic uniforms that
Okay.
have been unveiled?
I don't like them together.
Okay.
Like, on the ice, I don't like this. I can't imagine this will be a great look. I don't hate the Tampa Bay ones as much as I thought initially
Okay.
for a few things. One, I liked the skull imprints on the
You like
sleeves.
the details
Yes, I like the lightning. I
in the logo.
wish they had done the damn skull, Jack and Bones shit in the background that they had. Like, so the logos that you post, so you sent me these pictures, right? And they show like the plain Boston B with the like
Yes.
claw marks, and then next to it is like the Tampa Bay,
The fix, the
like
jersey, the
the
jersey
like
nerds fixed these jerseys.
just swap the flags with those logos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have tolerated a plain B if you gave us, like, the sick bear claw scratching shit. The details I do like overall, these do not scream Winter Classic jerseys. Or, I'm sorry. Oh, no, wait, this is Stadium Series. Stadium
Stadium
Series.
series. Sorry, excuse me. Winter
Sorry.
Classic. I'm
No, no,
so
you
used
would
to
put
that
Winter
one.
I was like, yeah, because the Bruins have been in, like, a million Winter Classics.
Yep.
Stadium Series. Okay. Actually, now knowing that this is for a Stadium Series and not a Winter Classic, I hate them less. Because I feel like these would be way more fitting in a football field environment, like a stadium
Okay.
environment, versus like Winter Classic. Those need to be sweaters. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Like, but for these, I don't really love them.
I
The
love
white,
the Jersey Nerds fix where they have the incredible details that are already on the jersey as the main logo. I'm not a fan, and this is personal preference, okay? I'm not a fan of the words. I think that if you're going to do a logo, do a logo. It should be like you have the penguin, I have the oil drop. Those are like identifiers. And I think that that is a stronger way to make it an identifier rather than letters. Um
yeah, I don't know. Is it like, I don't know. Like I said, I think if you took the like, and also the A's look weird on those jerseys. I don't know
and the
why.
fact that there's a C.
Like, yeah, so I sent you that, but like the one picture of the jersey and it has a C.
Yep.
Are they gonna announce a new
Is
captain?
it gonna
Is
be
it maybe
pasta?
Charlie? Is it Charlie? Is it Pasta? Is it Zaddy? Like, I don't know. Like maybe they've been playing so well that like the room has like kind of decided on who
Decided
they
on.
want to be captain. Yeah. Again, yeah, like looking at them in this picture, right? Like I'm just not.
I
The
don't
Boston
like
one is so yellow.
that's yeah. I okay, here's my honest opinion. I like the colors for Tampa Bay, but there are better options out there, including the one that I sent you that is a like black jersey with the blue letters, like the deep blue with the lightning in the background. I think that would have been pretty. If you look at the this picture that you've just sent at a glance, you might not see the intricate lightning details that are white because they're against a pale blue background. Again, this might be different in person. I don't really care.
I imagine these will look really nice. I the
Out in
Tampa
the
Bay
field,
ones, the Tampa no, no, no. The Tampa Bay ones, I think collectors are gonna love
I can see
because
that.
of all those little details, because of the pirate embossing, which I'm so glad jerseys are doing embossing because it's fucking
Mhm.
sick. As a thank you, Four Nations, once again for coming up
Yes.
with some of the sickest jerseys in history. The Bruins one just underwhelms me with like the white sleeves and the white edges too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not the Boston gold, and I like yellow. I have no problem with that, but it doesn't have enough contrast with like it needed more black maybe in the collar
Mm.
to help it a little bit more because the white on it, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think
they're not the
that
worst. They're just not the best by
yeah.
any means.
We're going to have at the very end of the season where we go in and rank cuz every single episode this year we have ranked a jersey. Have you
Yeah,
noticed
like
that?
and
Like
we didn't do this last year, but honestly, there's been so many jerseys. I feel like it's been a year for
well,
jerseys
I
in the
think a
same
bunch
way
of
that it
people
has been a
got
year for
alts.
injuries.
Yeah, a bunch
Yes,
of teams got alts.
yes, and also, the NHL is talking about you know how, like, they did the reverse retros was, like, a league-wide thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
everybody had a reverse retro. Apparently, there is table they're making talks that next year we will have some kind of league-wide alternate jersey. So some teams, like the Penguins, if they keep this one, and the Oilers, if they keep their cream, will have 4 jerseys. So, like, the
Which I will
Stars
be
might have
fine with.
I'm fine with that. I think I'm never gonna say no to more jerseys.
Right.
I just really hope that they get some, like, good designers in here.
Yes.
Because if you're gonna
And
do a and what the hell are they gonna do, retro reverse again? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have seen there was a NHL news tweet that went out and it was teams being able to wear opposing colors. Like the NHL is actually trying to let more teams do that. So it started with the Rangers and the Red Wings where they were both wearing their Centennial jerseys, which are gorgeous, incredible. And then I think Chicago wore it against another team where they were wearing their black alts, and then the other team had their normal home jerseys. I think that's awesome. Like, I like seeing more color. I don't think it has to be white, and I also think that that fixes the conversation of, well, we want it to be white, we want it to be the away team, or the away team to be home jerseys, or the away team, the white jerseys to be home jerseys, or the just all of these conversations where they're like, well, how do we fix it with all of these teams wanting to do different things? I like the idea of being able to wear opposing colors. I think it's visually more appealing. Don't they do that
Uh,
with football?
yeah, but you know what? They also, you wanna know the real reason all these jerseys are coming out with, like, and why the league is, like, totally okay
Hmm.
with a bunch of shit is, because the full color jerseys sell more than white jerseys.
Well,
And so
well,
they want more jerseys. And so I don't mind it. Like, I'll rate jerseys every fucking week like we
yep.
have been. Like, um
I need them to
yeah,
get better. Go
I
back
do
to
need
the
them to
Fort
get better.
80s.
Honestly, like, that's my thing is, like, I really enjoyed. I know that I had my issues with the Penguins one when it did come out, and I still do. I bought it. I have it.
Yeah.
But, like, you I loved the little details, like the
Hmm.
3 lines river, the, like, ice blur. Like, there was just everywhere I looked on the jersey was a little, like, love letter to Pittsburgh, and that's what I want
That's
in a jersey.
incredible. I love that.
It
That's why I'm not as mad about the Tampa and Bruins one,
Ye
is
yeah,
because
'cause
they
there's
do have those details.
yeah, it is funny that the Bruins, put, like, all of the Northeast the fucking New
I
England
did see
states
that.
on the
They
collar,
are
on the
smart
inside tag.
because they are correct.
Yep, it's so funny.
Yep,
But yeah. I'm excited for New Jersey. I think it's gonna be a hard one to beat because 'cause we've had some fucking awesome jerseys this year.
true. Yeah. All right. Saints, let's move into sportsmanlike conduct. Last week, we got the Kraken. Um, this week, I don't know. I have no instinct as per usual, but let's see who we can spin to get
Yeah, as per usual,
as per
jeez.
usual. Sometimes I
Uh-huh.
have instincts of it being, oh, the Sabers.
The Sabres.
Okay.
Uh,
Hmm.
do you wanna go or do you want me to go?
You can go.
Um, it's just kind of incredible that, like, Buffalo is a sports town,
Yes.
alright? So, like, there's just so much whimsy, I think, in the Buffalo Sabres that is not, like, it's bad there, okay? I get it. They even make fun of it in Heated Rivalry, like, no one can escape the Buffalo, like, hockey, but it's they've got a lot of history to them. They have, like, so many good players have come out of Buffalo, even if the team hasn't been great.
Yeah.
But, like, there's just so much fun shit, like the butter knife jerseys and how people fucking love it. The, like, little, like, trinkets that the Sabres do, like, they just look really,
The
really
actual
fun.
Sabers drink.
The overlap, yeah, the saber, like the foot long or with the 2 feet long sabers that you can put your beer in.
Yep.
Um,
And your Cokes, by the
I
way.
yep, yeah, which good to know. And I love that goat head. I like their jerseys. The slug jersey is fun, even though it's so silly. The goat head jersey is one of the sickest jerseys of all time. I
Mhm.
have the
You
Jeff
have
Skinner
that.
one.
Mhm.
Like, they're just I wish that their owners cared as much as their fans did, because I think the fans showing up all the time,
Time after time.
time after time after time, just I really feel like, in the same way that they deserved a good football team, they deserve a good hockey team.
Yes.
Even if you don't win the cup, I just they
You
need to see
deserve to break
playoffs.
the playoff curse, yeah.
Yep, truly.
I was you mentioned it, but I think that their development pipeline is impressive. Because a lot of teams, mostly the West Coast teams, don't have a very impressive development pipeline. How many good goalies have come out of Buffalo?
Yeah. Well,
How
and the
many
thing is
good players have come out of Buffalo?
and you know what it really is? The Rochester fucking Amerks.
Yeah,
Like, they're one of the oldest hockey teams. I think they're one of the it's like them and the Hershey Bears
yeah,
are like the longest hockey teams in the AHL that have stayed in their city. They've never moved.
yeah.
And so they've been in those cities forever. And so like, kids know Hershey Bears, kids
Mhm.
know the Rochester Amerks. Like they just know that. And it seems to be doing well. Like overall, like you have like Buffalo gets good picks
Yeah.
and they develop them. They just also tend to trade them.
Well,
Like you have a lot of picks that come out of there that are really good. So like they have to be doing something really like yes, the players could overcome basically anything, but you do have to say that like it looks like their development isn't it's not fucking abysmal.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Um, but yeah, Buffalo, you're mid of the level for us. I do think that my favorite jersey is the goat head jersey. I think that's great. Last year I said I'm really happy that you have taken Clatter under your wing and made him your own. I still miss him. But he seems to be having a better time. He's leading, like he's a strong 2C, 1C. He's up there. He's getting his minutes. So
yeah, and just also shout out to Shelly, our friend
shout
who
out Shelly.
uh has to suffer through Sabres hockey.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah, it is always fun. Like the Sabres are always here for a good time every once in a while. Of just like, you know, they will randomly beat a team into oblivion, and it's just such a fun watch for
Yeah.
everybody. uh
Yeah, unfortunately, that has been Edmonton twice this year. It's fine. It's fine.
it's so fine, so fine.
Etsy, which saved me.
No, you've done your time. You've done enough, champ.
All right, well, that is
Right?
going to wrap it up for this week's episode, folks. We really appreciate you listening through all of our rants and ramblings, especially
There
this
were
week.
so many. There were so many this week. We're so sorry.
The Puck Witches podcast is released on Spotify and our YouTube channels, and you can join the Night Witches Discord via the link below to talk about the episodes directly, as well as enjoy our other channels. It's full of gaming, hobbies, and good vibes.
Make sure you're following us over on Twitch, and if you want to support us with a Twitch Prime on either or both of our channels, you get access to cute emotes and extra channel points. If you enjoy this podcast, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky for updates.
And lastly, don't forget to check out Saint's Etsy or subscribe on Twitch. Also consider dropping a like on this episode and subscribing so you never miss a video. We love you all and hope the hockey season is treating you well. Champ and Saint, signing off.
Stay witchy!